Watson, State Representative for the 144th District, and you're here at my Senior Expo. This is the 12th year that we've done it, probably our biggest yet. We have 50 exhibitors, and we have, if you pan around, you'll see that we have about 350 seniors here. Today, now I'm with one of our really premier information givers, our exhibitors, and that's from the Bucks County Consumer Protection.
Yes.
Why don't you introduce yourself to everyone?
Hi, Kathleen. I'm Mike Bannon, the director of the Bucks County Consumer Protection Department. Thank you so much for having me today at this great event.
All right, and Mike,
Yes.
What would you say, number one, particularly for seniors, and I guess our seniors, the over 65,
Yes.
and we're very active seniors in Bucks County, I would add.
I will agree with that.
Right. What's the number one issue that they have, complaint that they have? What do you hear about most? What's going on?
Well, there's so many scams out there, and that's primarily what we deal with. We deal with a tremendous amount of telephone scams where they may call people up on the phone and try to trick them into sending money, Western Union. But there's so many different scams out there. It's a wide array of issues, but I would say our biggest problem that we get in consumer protection is scamming and sending money to people that you may not know, mostly over the telephone, sometimes on email, different ways.
Okay, so I guess, and the basic rule, at least I always think the basic rule is, if it sounds too good, it is too good. And above all, don't give out your information to anybody, just to anybody, really, unless it's family that you know very well and trust.
Absolutely, and I agree with that advice completely. I mean, I always say a consumer should initiate the conversation. If you want somebody to maybe pave your driveway, if they show up on the door and they knock on your door and say, we have some material left, we can pave your driveway real cheap, be hesitant. If you want your driveway paved, you should look up for that contractor. You should make sure they're a legitimate, registered contractor, and our office can help. I know your office can too, but to make sure you have a legitimate person. So you initiate your consumer transaction no matter what it is.
That's right, and if they try to call you on the phone, what we always say is, oh, we don't deal over the phone. You have to send me something in the mail and I have to read it because I want a written record. And I would recommend that to anybody, and certainly from the state's point of view, we've tightened up the contractor laws. So learn, get the pamphlets on that, and you be in control of your life.
Absolutely. I mean, you're absolutely right. You need documentation, and be hesitant. Like you said, if it's too good to be true, it probably is not true. So when money is leaving your wallet or your pocketbook, stop for a second and think about, is this the right deal for me to be able to do and beneficial for me?
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. We've got lots of presenters. We're glad you took the time out of your day and all those phone calls to be here with us. Thanks so much,
Thanks for
Mike.
having me, Kathleen. I look forward to next year.
All right, very
good.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hi there, I'm here with Bob Marino. Bob and I have known each other a long time, but he's here in his official capacity representing the Delaware Valley chapter of the Alzheimer's Association. Very important group, very timely for the things that we're doing in Harrisburg and what is going on in our Pennsylvania culture. We have, 400,000 Pennsylvanians who are living with Alzheimer's disease.
Indeed. It's a shocking number, Kathy. You know firsthand. If we factor in those with Alzheimer's or related dementia, close to 400,000, easily one or two family caregivers, maybe more. We can easily say that over 1 million Pennsylvanians are directly impacted by one of these conditions, and you know from all the work you've done with us, it's an alarming number.
Right, and at the Senior Expo where we're here today, it's not to be a downer, but it is important that those of us who have someone with dementia or Alzheimer's in our family get the most recent information, avail ourselves of whatever help is out there, and recognize that it's a huge commitment to take care of a family member with Alzheimer's.
Indeed. But there are things that can be done, diagnostics, preventive care potentially, but we do want to reach out to people. We do want people in the Commonwealth to know what is available to them and to gain that awareness that this is an issue, especially in our state.
Right, because we have the third oldest population in the country.
Indeed.
So proportionally, we're going to have a higher number of people who, as they live, and the good side is living longer, The bad side can be that you are more susceptible to coming down with this disease.
Indeed, especially as people progress into, let's say, their mid-80s. We see a dramatic upturn at that point in time. And because of good nutrition, good health care, lots of folks are living that long, which is wonderful. But as you said, the other side of that is we have to have an awareness of these diseases and conditions while we're working towards cures and treatments to get early diagnosis and to intervene as early as we can.
And you and I have been working, this is why it's so important that we've developed a state plan for Alzheimer's and dementia diseases, and the governor's very interested in this plan to get it started, to create a committee and really work on the strategies. What can the state do to help, and what's beyond the state's financial resources and I'll call it human resources to do, but we all need to get together to map out a plan how we're going to live with the disease and help at least now, 1 in 12 families who have someone in Pennsylvania, 1 in 12 families have somebody with the disease. So we need to work on it.
Indeed. 1 in 12 families are impacted either by being afflicted or by being a caregiver of someone who's afflicted. That's a dramatic number. So what you have put forth in an Alzheimer's task force piece of legislation is very exciting to us. It really puts Pennsylvania in there with other states who are moving forward on that. And I think what it does, first, it gives our families genuine hope. And it gets the major stakeholders in the Commonwealth around the same table, as you've said so well so many times. It gets the Department of Public Welfare, the Department of Health, the Department of Aging, major provider groups and advocacy groups, and researchers and people with the disease around the table. So we practice best practices for Alzheimer's care. Everyone knows what everyone else is doing. That is a huge step forward. And as you said, it's not a money issue, it's a better government issue.
Right.
It's a better, more efficient way
of using the resources we do have. We may not have all the resources, but we need to use them to the best ability that we can for the clients, for the people who have the disease. Bob, I thank you very much for being here. Thank you for getting out information to all our folks so that they know what it's about. You and I have talked that the legislature even doesn't understand everything about the disease, but we're working on educating my colleagues about it too. Thanks so much. Leadership. All right, well, I'm here with the star of the show. At least I like to say that. But indeed, it is Senator Chuck McElhenney, and our Senior Expo we've done jointly together for, I guess, about 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, 6 years,
yep.
I think, yeah.
So that helps build our crowd, but we also thought we try to preserve and take care of our resources, that if we combine the efforts, we draw from a bigger group, we get presenters out, and this is probably the biggest group of presenters we've ever had.
We have a big turnout today.
Yeah, and we had a big turnout of seniors, so I'll give you the floor, Senator, but it's good. We also know each other for years, so you have to understand. Usually I curtsy, but I'm not going to curtsy on camera today.
You know, you didn't curtsy when I was in the House with you serving in the House of Representatives. You're not going to do it now in the Senate, but I think it's a great opportunity here today for the seniors to come out, see all the available information that we can give them that's available to them. We spend a lot of time in Harrisburg, as you know, passing these laws, creating these programs, and if they don't take advantage of it, then it's just a big waste of time and money on the state government. So the fact that they can come out, see this, have a little entertainment as well. I see Home Depot was here, or some of the local businesses get some exposure. At the same time, the seniors get some information and take advantage of our program. So
right, and this year's a little different too, that we also have, Bucks County has a wonderful program that runs out of the Recorder of Deeds just for Bucks County veterans, where they get a discount card if they have their DD 214, and that it's a picture card, and they can go to a Home Depot and a whole bunch of places in the county and get 5% off on their bill or 10% off. So that's over in the corner, and thanks for helping to bring that. But again, I think what that says to
that's us working with the county government.
We know how to work with county government, so it's more than the House and the state, contrary to what people think. We do work together.
We do.
At least we do in Bucks County. I can certainly attest to that. And then we work with the county, and you're right. I think you're right on target to say that what's the point of passing the law if people don't know, people don't take advantage? And that was, you know, they were the audience we were doing something for.
And that's what I'm hearing today. When you walk around, that people are thanking us for the information that they didn't know was available to them.
Right.
And so we keep doing this for hopefully 6 more years.
There you go.
But we'll continue to reach out. There's 625,000 people in Bucks County, and we need to find a way to reach them all.
Right. And I certainly would hope that around the state, Maybe others will learn from us, but well, we do. We work together when it's for the good of the whole county or for the good of the Commonwealth. So, and I've often said to some of my colleagues, yeah, get to know your state senator. Yeah, work with them. That's just what I thought we were supposed to do. And you've always done since you got there.
Government working together.
There you go. All right, well, thanks.
Thank you.
That's really all that we have time for. Remember, we had 50 exhibitors and 350 people, so we certainly couldn't cover this all in a short time. If you weren't with us this year for Senior Expo 2012, there's going to be a Senior Expo 2013. It's usually the end of October, and it's usually here at Delaware Valley College, thanks to the college president who particularly offers us the facility. So mark your calendar at least to start asking, or call our office maybe late summer of 2013 and plan to come next year. We will look forward to seeing you. Thanks so much. I'm Kathy Watson. We'll see you in 2013.